Hello, hello, it's John, your movie madman, and I'm back. Today is very exciting, as you can tell. I'm really excited. I'm not going to dance, don't worry, I've already done that, so I don't need to. Today I've got 2 boxes, so it's quite exciting. I know what these are. You don't. Well, you probably do because you read the title, but I'm gonna open these because it's quite exciting. Oh look, a beautiful film with a beautiful slipcover. And we all love a slipcover, don't we? Look at that. Zack Snyders Justice League. That is pretty. I'll tell you that. It's got a really nice feel on the slipcover as well. That's really nice. I'm really happy with that actually. I wasn't expecting that to be that nice. Oh, that's not good. Bit of a dent there. How rude. How very rude. I have heard rumours that this film, because it's 4 hours long, it's split onto 2 discs, which is a bit shit. I mean, if I watch a 4-hour film, I want to watch it like all in one go. I don't want to have to swap the discs over. So if I could open this, I'll be able to have a look inside. It's a 15. It's a 15, and it contains strong violence apparently, although I didn't think it was that violent. Yeah, it's only strong violence though, so they're not swearing about the violence, so that's a good thing. Yeah, could do without that bloody swearing. It's a fucking joke. Finally got there. Get that plastic off. There's 2 discs in there as well. Doesn't say if the film's split, so I guess I'll find out when I watch it and it gets halfway through and I have to change the disc over. But I've already talked about this film, so this is the one that I'm more excited about, because this is the one that I want to talk about. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mandy. Mandy. And it's funny that it's called Mandy, actually, because a lot of the time you watch the film, you feel like you're on Mandy. Not that I've ever taken Mandy, so I don't know what it feels like, but there's a lot of bits of this film where you feel like you're on something, but that doesn't matter, you know. This contains strong violence and gory images, and it's an 18. It is quite violent, to be fair. I'm going to open this. I know I probably mentioned this in every single one of my videos, but I'm going to mention it again. I don't know if you could tell from the cover, but one of the biggest, most amazing things about this film for me is that probably about 80% of this is shot in red. I've never seen a film that has so much red in it. Got a very exciting back cover there. Nice little slippy. This is just a Blu-ray as far as I'm aware. I bought this because it was a really nice edition. I have got it already, but I'm a sucker for really nice editions, so I thought I'll get this. This only came out today, this edition, so it's got a case. It's got a black case, like it wants to be a 4K Blu-ray, but I don't think it is. It's just a normal Blu-ray. See? That's just rude, isn't it? Someone needs to have a word and be like, can you get Mandy out in 4K, please? It's got a poster. Look at that. A lot of people frown upon this movie because it's starring Nicolas Cage. I love Nicolas Cage. If he does a really bad performance, it's amazing. If he does a really good performance, it's amazing. Funny part with me is that allegedly Nicolas Cage's best ever acting performance is in a film called Leaving Las Vegas. And me being me, it's probably one of the only films of his I've seen that I didn't like. I felt a little bit bad about that actually, because everyone's like, oh, it's like his best film ever, and I didn't think it was very good at all. There's like a little booklet with this as well, so you have a little look at that. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yep. I ain't going to spend ages like flicking through this because we'll be here forever and we don't want that. But yeah, Mandy is your typical revenge movie. I won't tell you too much of what it's about because I don't want to ruin it, but there are some visually beautiful shots in this film. It's very, very arty. If you like films that focus more on what it looks like what the picture looks like, rather than what's actually going on in the story and the characters, there's good stuff in there. The story and the characters blend really well, but the art side of this is absolutely stunning. Some of the picture that you get in this film, and I don't mean because it's red, some of my favourite shots in this film, like one that I remember in particular, is a shot where Nicolas Cage and his wife are on a boat, and it's in the middle of the sea, and the camera's like really zoomed out, and you can see like all this beautiful green mountain around it. It's probably one of the only bits in the film that's not shot in red, and that's one of my favourite shots in the film. And I love red, but that is one of my favourite shots in the film. I always remember that. Whenever I think of Mandy, I always think of that massive green surrounding with the really blue sea with the brown boat in the middle. If they release this film in 4K, that's going to be at the top of my pre-order list, I tell you that. This is probably one of my favourite films ever. It's not my number one, but it is definitely in my top 69. And for a very good reason. I think, to be fair, I think this was one of those films that the first time I watched it, I wasn't too keen. And then I watched it again. For some reason I watched it again because I wanted to give it another chance, because I remember there being loads of red in it, and I was like, I want to see a film with loads of red in it again. And the second time I watched it, I was like more in love with the film than I've ever been in love with anything. And this isn't my number one. You don't know what my number one is yet, because I haven't hit 50 subscribers. But when I do hit that 50 subscriber mark, I will be revealing my number one movie, and I will be showing it to you and talking about it, telling you why I like it. But I'm not talking about that right now, I'm talking about this. This is a really nice case, to be fair. I'm quite surprised. There's nothing, I don't feel guilty about touching it and leaving fingerprints on it and stuff like that. But it's a really nice case. That sticker's probably going to have to come off because it looks like it's a bit fucked already. But yeah, so that's Mandy and Zack Snyder's Justice League. Justice League, obviously, if you guys have seen this, I hear that the 4K physical copy of this is better than where it's been streamed. I've seen a couple of reviews for this already, and everyone that's reviewed this has said that the physical copies are better than the 4K stream of it. So if you are interested, apparently it is better. What I'll probably do is when I post another video in the future, I'll try and drop in a little mention of what I thought, because I know there's a lot of you out there that are like, they quite liked Justice League. I think I've heard about 3 or 4 people say they didn't like it, said it was too long and it was boring. But you know, that's fine. Like, it's not going to appeal to everyone. On a side note, if you guys have got Netflix, Zack Snyder's new film Army of the Dead is on Netflix, and I saw that on Friday because it came out on Friday, so I was like, I've got to watch it like as soon as it came out. I even had work that day, and I was like, I don't even care, I'm watching this before I go to work. And it's a good 2.5 hours long. It's a pretty long film, but I really liked it. It's quite violent, but you know, it's a zombie movie, what do you expect? It's so bloody, there's so much blood in it, it just makes you laugh. There are so many bits of that film that made me laugh, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did. It's good fun. So if you have got Netflix and you do like zombie movies, definitely check out Army of the Dead, because it's right up there with zombie films. It's one of the better zombie films that I've seen recently. If you notice a few white spots on your TV as it's playing, turns out they're supposed to be there, or they're not, but apparently there was a problem with Zack Snyder's camera lens or something like that. I was reading stuff about it online and how people were angry, apparently, because there's white spots, broken pixels or something like that. Don't think there's something wrong with your TV. There's nothing wrong with your TV. It's just a dodgy camera lens. So just thought you guys should probably know that if you thought there was something wrong with your telly. There isn't, so it's alright. Don't panic, because I was so relieved when I read it was the camera lens. It was. It's a very fun film, is Army of the Dead. That's the best way to explain it. It's fun. I don't want to ruin it, because, you know, that'd be rude. There'd be no point you watching it if I was going to tell you what happens. So I try and make my reviews spoiler free, unless they're like deep reviews. But my deep reviews I'm going to try and do on older films that hopefully most of you have seen. So I'm going to poo off now, because, you know, I've got nothing else to say for this video. So if you could like this video, that'd be ace. If you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be great as well. And I'll be back with another video soon. So enjoy the rest of your evening.